your mind cannot carry what you're about to hear, please skip.
They don't want you to know this. In fact, they've spent billions making sure you never figure it out. Because the moment you understand these 5 secrets, the moment you see how the game is actually played, everything changes. Your relationship with money, with work, with time itself, it all shifts. And that's dangerous for them. Because their wealth, their power, their entire empire depends on you not knowing what I'm about to tell you. I've spent the last 7 years studying how billionaires actually build wealth. Not what they say in interviews, not the inspirational quotes they post on social media, but what they actually do with their money when no one's watching. I've read through hundreds of SEC filings, analyzed tax structures, followed money trails through offshore accounts, and interviewed people who've worked inside these systems. And what I found was shocking, because it turns out billionaires don't get rich the way you think they do. They don't get rich the way they tell you to get rich. They're playing a completely different game, a game with different rules, a game you weren't even told existed. And here's the most important part. These aren't just interesting facts. These are the specific mechanisms, the actual tactical strategies that separate people who work for money from people who have money work for them. By the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly how the system is designed to keep you trapped, and more importantly, how to escape it. But I need you to watch all the way through, because if you stop at secret 3, you'll have information but no power. It's secret 4 and 5 where everything clicks. That's where you'll see the full picture. That's where you'll understand why they've been lying to you your whole life. Now let's start with what you've been told. You've been told that if you work hard, save money, invest in your 401k, buy a house, and live below your means, you'll eventually build wealth. You've been told that the path to financial success is education, a good job, discipline, and patience. You've been told that rich people got rich because they worked harder than you, sacrificed more than you, took bigger risks than you. Every single part of that story is designed to keep you exactly where you are. Because while you're busy working hard, saving slowly, and playing by the rules, billionaires are doing something completely different, and they're doing it with your money. Secret number 1. Billionaires don't work for money. They work for assets that generate money while they sleep. This sounds simple, but you have to truly understand what this means because it's the foundation everything else is built on. When you go to work, you trade your time for money, you get a paycheck. You're paid for the hours you work, the value you produce, the tasks you complete. The moment you stop working, the money stops. This is called earned income, and it's the most heavily taxed, most limited, most fragile form of wealth generation that exists. Because there's a cap on how much you can earn. There are only 24 hours in a day. You can't work more than that. You can get more skilled, get promoted, switch jobs, but eventually you hit a ceiling. Your time is finite, your energy is finite, and your body will break down. This is the trap. You're the asset, and when the asset breaks, the income stops. Now let's look at how billionaires operate. Jeff Bezos doesn't pack boxes at Amazon warehouses. Elon Musk doesn't personally assemble Tesla vehicles. Warren Buffett doesn't answer customer service calls at Berkshire Hathaway. They own systems, they own assets, they own businesses, stocks, real estate, intellectual property, things that generate income, whether they're awake or asleep, healthy or sick, working or on vacation. When Bezos is sleeping, Amazon is making money. When Musk is on vacation, Tesla factories are running. When Buffett is playing bridge, his stock portfolio is compounding. This is called passive income, but that term doesn't capture the magnitude of the difference. It's not just that the income is passive, it's that the income is scalable, endless, and detached from their personal labor. Here's a number that will break your brain. In 2023, the median American worker earned about $54,000 per year. That's roughly $26 per hour for 2,000 hours, 80 hours of work. Every single hour of your life traded for $26. Now, in that same year, Elon Musk's net worth increased by approximately $95 billion. Let me put that in terms you can understand. If you work 24 hours a day, every single day, no sleep, no breaks, no days off, for 2,000 years straight at $26 per hour, you still wouldn't earn what Musk made in 1 year. Not because he worked a million times harder than you, but because he owns assets that compound. His wealth grows exponentially while yours grows linearly. You're adding, he's multiplying, and the gap gets wider every single year. But here's what they don't tell you. Musk didn't start with billions. Bezos didn't start with billions. They started with the knowledge of this first secret. They understood early that the goal is not to make money. The goal is to acquire assets that make money. And once you understand that, your entire financial strategy changes. You stop asking, how can I earn more? And start asking, what assets can I acquire? You stop trading time for money and start trading money for time. This is the first door, and most people never even see it, let alone walk